Give me your neck. Oh my god.
I feel like it's sharp, but it's not cutting. I can only have a cobra. Hi, my name is Hyena. I love traveling and discovering new places. My favorite is Africa, which I believe is the most beautiful and diverse continent in the whole world. I first learned about the Hyena men of Nigeria sometime last year when I watched a documentary online, and I was so fascinated about the fact that somewhere up north there are people who can speak to and tame wild animals to listen to their every command. I was so intrigued. I started doing lots of research online about them, but I hit a dead end. No contact details, no idea on where they lived or stayed. Apart from the few videos I found online, it was like they never existed. After continuous research, the only thing I had to go on was that they lived in Kano, which is the second largest city in Nigeria after Lagos. I've always wanted to visit Kano for a long time. Kano is the commercial nerve center of northern Nigeria, and I've heard so many stories about its rich heritage, vibrant culture and agriculture. In the 1820s, Kano was the greatest commercial power in West Africa. Its leather and cotton goods were widely transported northward by caravan across the Sahara to places as far as Europe. After all that research and following up on some leads, I decided it was time and I was off to Kano.
We will be traveling to Kano at night level of 35,000 feet above sea level.
Welcome to Kano.
We faced a massive problem as we still didn't know where the Hyena men lived, and almost the whole population in Kano spoke Hausa, which we don't speak. What up? We kept asking for directions and were eventually led to a remote hidden house in a very rural part of Kano. I'm currently in a keke now in Kano, and we are headed to where we're going to meet those guys that are with the Hyena. Currently finally get to the Hyena place. And if you look inside, you can see there's a Hyena, like a live Hyena inside the place. So imagine somebody having a wild animal inside the house. So as you guys can see, come closer, let me show you.
My name is Ibrahim and the Hyena guy. Shi wannan amfani shi duk ba hausin da ya ranka da wannan ajika.
He is saying that all these costumes, that anyone that sees you with this costume, he will know that they are traditional costumes. And all those things he's tying on his body are charms they use to do their shows, to get close to the hyena without having any issues. And it's help from God.
We're still in the compound now, and they're about to bring the hyena out so that they can do the show and the display and everything. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen here. This is the first time I'm seeing something like this. Humans living with really wild animals. Yeah, I'm chaining it and they're going to put something on the mouth so that it doesn't harm us. Yeah? Hey. So guys, currently there's a display going on and we have the guy with the hyena and there's a really huge crowd here. Guys, I'm falling to the gutter now. Just right here. Why do they have such animals living with them? Why doesn't it harm them? What's the purpose of keeping poisonous snakes in your house? Why do they live so far away from civilization? Where do they get these wild animals from? These were the questions I had in my head, and it all seemed so confusing. I needed to know more.
He said they grew up to meet their parents doing this business, this hyena business, and they taught them how to go to the bush and get the hyenas. That is why they cannot leave this business. They will keep on going with the business, and even their younger ones that are coming behind, they are still going to teach them how to get the hyenas and do the business as well.
We wanted to know more about this fascinating culture, and we were advised to go to another village where the biggest hyena men's show was being held. They said there's an event that usually happens, so we're trying to get to that event currently, and just to see what we can do and what we can get there. The problem with this was that this village was a 2-hour drive from the city, and we had no idea where the exact location was. In our search for more information, we were led to the Kano market, which was located in the city center, to find more answers. This market was a mix of activities with commerce happening every second. Kano holds so much history too. Like way back in the 7th century, a residual hill in Kano called the Dala Hills was the site of a hunting and guarding community that engaged in ironwork. Kano City also served as the southernmost point of the famous trans-Saharan trade routes, and is also home to where the richest black man in the world is from. We finally got some directions to the biggest hyena show in the remote village of Gabasawa, which was 80 kilometers from Kano City. Along the road, we were amazed by the beautiful landscape Kano had to offer. I never knew such a beautiful landscape existed in the north. We could see vegetation dotting the landscape and spreading out into the horizon. After driving for a very long while, I finally got to this village. They had a lot of snakes here. Today we're seeing human beings handling dangerous hyenas, and now we're going to be seeing human beings handling snakes. There's a lot that is happening in Nigeria that we don't know about, and this is really amazing. There were poisonous cobras all over the house, and one bite from one will have a full-grown adult dead in seconds. They took us to their leader, who was a woman whom we had to see before going to the main show.
I know you're English.
Tell me this woman snakes like all over her, and they're not harming her. This is the first time I've seen something like this in real life. She's even using the snakes to do like a turban on her head. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff in Nigeria. I feel it on my neck.
Yes.
Put it for your neck. Come my brother. Nothing can happen to you. I give you medicine. You see my eyes? Wait.
Okay,
You see my eyes? Stay. There's no more for me. You come here.
I currently have a pipe. I currently have a cover. I currently have a poisonous cover on my head.
No.
He's meeting you.
Guys, just like check this out.
Relax.
I'm relaxed now, I'm relaxed.
And the kiss once.
No, I can't kiss.
Feel free.
Okay, let me kiss the side of
Yes.
Kiss.
So guys, we're walking towards where the hyena is. One thing I've noticed about the north is they have lots of land space. I don't know what's happening here.
It's gone.
Oh, that's gone?
It's gone.
Okay.
Come, follow me. Follow me and carry it. You see there. They are poison.
Oh, okay.
See poison here. See this hand of this guy. You see? They are poison.
They get the hyena from the bush, and sometimes the hyena is dangerous. You get it maybe in a hole or somewhere. You have to wait for like 5 days for you to get the tactics of getting the hyena, because it's not easy. It's very dangerous once it's not yet caught. But once you get it, there are ways they do to manipulate the danger out of him. He's saying if they get the new hyena, they will make sure they give him what he wants. He eats meat and milk, so they will be giving him constantly till he is familiar with them. They grew up to meet their parents doing this business. That is why every child in the family is familiar with the hyena.
Let me show you something. You see? You see? Let me show you something. You see?
They're showing their talent. Every family is showing their own talents, what they acquire from their parents. That is insecticide. Yeah. That's what he was drinking. This one is challenging this one, this one is challenging this one. That's what they are doing.
My neck. Okay, let me show you. When you see you here, you say here.
Oh my god.
Give me your hands.
Are you sure?
No, just.
Oh my god.
I agree with you.
Can someone take my place?
See his hand here. You see his hand? Okay, let me show you something. No, stay there.
Oh my god.
Let me show you something. You see? When you block it, then you see. Let me show you. No. Sit down there. That's what we want. It's crazy, man.
So people are saying such negative things about them. They are bringing hyena into the town, putting it at home, but they can't listen to that because it's their business. It's what is giving them money. It's up to 36 years doing this business. In a week, they do shows like 5 times. It depends on how they have space. If there are more time, they will do it more than 5 times in a week. They are doing those shows to sell their medicines, and more so the hyena itself. Some families will bring their children to sit on the hyena. It's a medicine for all the spiritual attacks at night.
The culture of the hyena men is hereditary. The tradition dates as far back as 100 years and is still being kept alive in small remote villages like this. According to them, it's a way of life, and these shows are meant to promote the sale of special herbs thought to provide strength and protection for wild beasts and diseases. Seeing them perform was an unforgettable experience which will be ingrained in my mind for a very long time. In the past, I had heard the north was filled with violence, but I had never felt as much peace as my time in that village, experiencing a very unique and interesting yet obscure culture with some of the most welcoming people I have ever met. I know a lot of people will choose to get upset about the welfare of the animals, but this perspective usually misses the point. The deeper question here is, why do these men have to catch wild animals to make a living in a country as rich as Nigeria? This video will probably be demonetized because of the graphic images shown in it, so please hit the like button, subscribe and share this video. Let's promote the beauty of Africa and the Nigerian culture one video at a time. Thanks for watching.